Our tendency to think that we're not predictable is probably one of our more predictable traits. Writers and comedians are sharp and original thinkers, and our next guest is one of the best.
I'm gullible, I've been conned at least, and I swear to God, twice in my life. And this is now the third time.
So if I told you that I had written a word on this card, which I have,
Right.
and that you could say any word that you liked, and it would be the word on that card, would you find that surprising?
Yes, I would.
Do you know right now what the word is on the card?
No. Ah.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much
for coming
indeed. It's
in.
not a problem.
That was fantastic. They're going to ask you a few questions about how you
Okay,
feel
that's
about
cool.
that.
Yeah.
You're right to chuckle. That was very funny. But it is just a well-written and deftly performed joke. The real game is this. I've got two cards, yes and no, and I will place one of the cards face down on the table, and you have to try and guess which card I've put on the table.
I have to guess which one you've put
You
down.
have to guess which one I put down, and we'll do it 4 times in a row, so you've got 4 chances of guessing it correctly. If at any point you do guess it correctly, you win the game. All right?
Okay, yes.
Really is almost insultingly simple. Cool. All right. So, one goes on the table. Now, the first one's really easy. It's 50-50, isn't it? So, have you got a word in your head now? What are you going to say?
Yes.
But of course you're going to say yes, because I'm sort of nodding my head like that and saying you're going to say yes, clearly, and it was no. So that was a little bit unfair, but nonetheless, that's the first round. You're not trying to follow me, are you? I'm trying to confuse you at the same time. No, all right. OK, I'm going to go with this one. All right. So, yeah, I'm not going to play any weird games with you. I just genuinely want to see whether you can... You didn't just see what that said?
No.
Is that yes, you saw it said no, or no,
No,
you
I
didn't
didn't
see what
see
it
it.
said? No, you didn't see what
No,
it
I
said?
didn't see what it said.
OK. Cool. Well then. Yes or no?
No.
See, you're guessing. You're guessing. What you don't want to do is guess. If you guess, you only end up with a 50-50 chance. So the thing to do really is to try and think through the process and then try and outthink it. OK. So now, just verbalise your thought process now, for this is round 3. We've had a no and a yes. Talk me through the process of your thoughts.
If I was doing this trick, I would now have on the card the word yes.
Is that because it's gone no, yes, so you think, well, I want to break the pattern, it's too obvious?
I think
to go
that's
no
probably
again?
what I'd think, yeah.
OK. Let me just introduce another element here, then. £20, and I'm going to give you a chance to change your mind.
Okay.
All right? If you get it right, you have the 20 quid. Now, I could be putting it there because I want you to change your mind. Equally, I could be putting it there because I know you've got it wrong, and I know that that's going to make you just stick to your guns even more. No, no, it doesn't matter what you put down on the table, I will not change my mind. The third option, actually, is I could just be putting it there because I decided third round of the game might be quite nice to introduce some money anyway, make it more interesting, so it could have nothing to do with either of those options. Are you going to stick or change your mind?
I'm going to stick with it being yes.
You're sticking to yes. OK, but at least you weren't guessing because you were thinking it
There was
through,
a process at work.
There was a process
Yeah.
at work. OK, last round. I'm going to go for that one. And I'm going to introduce some more money. That £20 comes from this, which
Right.
is another £980. So this makes £1,000 altogether.
Right.
Please do check that is real money. I'm not expecting you to count it, but there's
Yes,
£980
that's definitely real
in there.
money.
You
Shall I hang on to it?
And
or-
they're missing about...
Yeah,
I'll
okay.
pop it down here for the moment. £1,000 on the last round. At this point, are you confident?
No.
No. I'm just going to change that, I think. Yes. I'm going to change that for that. I think. OK. Again, please, just talk me through the process.
Okay. So last time I thought it was going to be yes.
Yeah.
This time, I'm going to stick with yes.
You're going to stick with yes?
You think that I think that's no,
Yeah.
but that I'm going to say yes because I think that you know that I think it's no, so that's why it's yes, which makes perfect sense.
That's pretty... I think that's fairly clear. So you're going for a yes.
A yes.
All right. I'm telling you it's no.
Okay.
I'm telling you that you're wrong and it's no. Now, you don't have to believe me. Whether or not you believe me is entirely up to you.
Right.
But I'll give you 3 seconds of silence to absolutely make your final decision. And look, if you get it right, you genuinely keep that money, all right? This isn't sort of TV land and we're going to take it back. Genuinely, that is for you. OK, 3 seconds. What does it say on the card?
Yes.
£1,000.
Do you want me to pick it up? Can I have £1,000 anyway, or could I have £500?
Actually, I can take it all back, but thank you.
Thank you. I'm feeling annoyed. I presume that, you know, Darren now is big star. He's being paid a fortune for this. I'm not being paid anything. That's why I was hoping that I'd win the £1,000. That'd have been some sweet action. I'll be emotionally scarred as I leave. I'll be frustrated. I'll be annoyed. I'll be angry. I'll spend, you know, several days trying to figure that out, and then go back to my sad, pitiful life.